Let us begin with a simple, almost unbelievable truth. You are God, dreaming as yourself. Yes, even now, sitting there, watching this, wondering, questioning, you are not just a human being trying to connect to something greater. You are the greater itself, clothed in the limitation of form, playing a role in the divine drama of remembrance. This idea may startle you. It may sound grandiose or even blasphemous to some, but I say this with the calm certainty of one who has lived it. Your identity is not found in your history, your name, your bank account, or even your body. You are infinite consciousness, you are imagination. And the person you believe yourself to be right now is the dream through which the real you, God, is awakening. Now, before we go any further, understand this isn't just philosophical decoration. It is the foundation of everything I've ever taught. When you truly grasp that you are the dreamer of the dream, not just the character inside it, then you understand the mechanism by which all reality unfolds. You are not here to be a passive observer of life. You are here to create, to imagine, to awaken. Let us use a simple metaphor. Imagine that tonight you fall asleep, and in that sleep you dream you are someone else entirely. Perhaps you are a traveler in ancient Egypt. You see pyramids. You speak a different language. You have no recollection of your real-world identity, and yet the experience feels real. You cry, you love, you fear. It all feels convincing, until the morning light calls you back. You wake, and in that moment you realize, it was a dream. I was never that character at all. I was always myself. Now take that metaphor and stretch it, because right now, you are in the middle of such a dream. But this dream is not taking place in your bed. It is taking place in God's imagination. And you are God, temporarily dreaming that you are someone else. You've assumed a name, a history, a personality, and a world, but it's all a divine drama being played on the stage of consciousness. This is why your imagination is so powerful. Why do your thoughts seem to echo into the fabric of your reality? Why do your assumptions eventually harden into fact? Because you are not a creature begging a distant deity. You are the deity imagining reality into being. The world around you is not separate from you, it is you, pushed out. Let us not speak of theology, for I'm not referring to religion but to reality. I'm not asking you to worship a God in the sky. I'm asking you to remember the God within you, the very I am that speaks before every thought, that I am, before you say I am tired, I am broke, I am happy, I am loved. That root awareness is God in you, dreaming itself into form. Let me ask you, who is the one having your thoughts? Who is the one feeling your feelings? Who is the one imagining scenarios, replaying the past, anticipating the future? That awareness, silent, formless, yet undeniable, is you, and that you is God. Now, if that is so, if you truly are the dreamer, then you hold the power to direct the dream, not by force, but by assumption. This is where the law of assumption becomes your tool for divine creation. Whatever you assume to be true in consciousness, whatever feeling you occupy persistently, will outpicture itself in your world. Why? Because the world is not solid, it is reflective, it mirrors your state of being. You have seen this, haven't you? When you are in love, everything seems to go your way. People smile, doors open, the sun feels warmer, but when you are anxious or resentful, the world responds in kind. This is not coincidence, this is law. The outer world is a mirror, faithfully reflecting the inner state. And who controls that inner state? You do. The dreamer. Let me tell you a story. A woman once came to me desperate to change her financial situation. She had tried everything, affirmations, action, even prayer, but she did all these things from the state of lack. She saw herself as poor, struggling, unlucky, and so the world, her mirror, reflected that assumption. I asked her one question. Can you imagine, even for a few moments, what it would feel like to already be secure, already abundant, not to wish for it, but to feel it as done? She hesitated, but she tried. She began each night to fall asleep in the feeling of having her needs met, of being prosperous, at peace. And within weeks, new income sources appeared, debts resolved, and her sense of struggle began to dissolve. What changed? Not the world, she changed her assumption, and the dream adjusted. This is not magic, this is law. And it only makes sense if you recognize yourself not as a character, but as the dreamer, as God, dreaming. Now, this may sound lofty. You may say, but Neville, look at my life, look at what I've been through. Surely I didn't imagine all of this. And to that I say, you may not have consciously chosen every detail, but you have always lived through your dominant assumptions. If you assume people can't be trusted, you meet betrayal. If you assume life is hard, it will be. If you assume success is reserved for others, the dream will accommodate you. But here's the mercy of it all. You can change the dream by changing your state. You are not a prisoner of your past. You are the author. You are the actor. You are the audience. All one. All God dreaming. This is why imagination is sacred. When you imagine, you are not daydreaming. You are shaping the seed of tomorrow's reality. So I say, dare to assume what you desire is already true, not as a technique, but as a way of being. Walk in the end, feel the outcome, live from it. Because to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled is to occupy the state where your desire is already fact. And that state, when persisted in, must express itself in your world. This is the dreamer's privilege and the dreamer's power. Now let us address fear. Many fear that if they do not do enough, their dreams will never materialize. But creation is not about effort. Creation is finished. All states exist. Every version of you, every possibility already is. What determines which version you live? Your state of consciousness, your assumptions, your imagined self. This is what it means to awaken. To stop identifying as the character being pushed around by life and start identifying as the one who imagines it. When you say, I am successful, you do not mean that your bank account proves it yet. You mean that your identity has shifted to that of success, and the dream must follow. This is not delusion, it is divine order. So I ask you now, what are you imagining? What inner conversations are you carrying on? What feelings are you dwelling in? Because these are the architects of your reality. Do not wait for the world to give you permission. Assume the role now. The world is simply the screen onto which your inner movie is projected. And here is the great joy. As you begin to live this way, not just as a practice, but as an identity, something beautiful happens. The lines between the dreamer and the dream begin to blur. You start to feel free from the need to chase, to prove, to hustle. You move through life as one who already is, already has, already knows, and the world reflects this calm certainty. This is the awakening, not to some new belief system, but to your true self, to the I am that was, is, and always will be. That same I am that spoke to Moses in the burning bush, that stirs in your breath, that animates your desires. That I am is not outside you. It is you, the dreamer, God dreaming as you. And so, I leave you with this. Dare to imagine boldly. Dare to assume what others would call foolish. Speak to yourself as one who already knows their power. Fall asleep each night not as the version of you defined by lack, but as the version who lives in the wish fulfilled. And persist. For if you persist in that state, nothing and no one can stop it from expressing. You are not becoming God, you are not trying to reach God, you are God, dreaming this very moment into being, and the moment you know it, not intellectually but viscerally, everything changes. You stop reacting and you begin creating. You stop wishing and you begin being. You stop waiting for miracles and realize you are the miracle. So close your eyes tonight and ask not how will it happen, but instead, what would I feel if it already had? Rest there, dwell there, and let the dream adjust. You are God dreaming as yourself. Now, it's time to awaken.